Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Mike's got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20, breaks free to the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this House Music Monday edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well then, I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning, like that page as well. So not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real. All right, listen, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also listen, click the bell. That's the notification button. All right, it's right next to it. Next to the subscribe button, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. You get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching this on our mobile app, man, get a lot. But listen, please don't tell me you didn't know we had a mobile app. What your problem is? All right, here. We have our own mobile app. So wherever you get your apps from, and it doesn't matter whether it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Venture, Woolworth, Webolts, Gold Blast, wherever you get it from. You go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it, you take this with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence Council the Third. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching this on a Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. Yay. Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. So if you have a Roku television in the house, do us this favor. All right, do us this favor. Download Sports Zone Chicago's tile to your television, and you can put it right there next to Netflix, Hulu, X, Prime, Disney Plus, Apple Plus, Stars, Paramount Plus. All right, put us there, and you can watch us on the big screen. Hell, we're on the big screen, right, Mickey now. You can also tweet the show. Can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy, that's CHI, at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online. You want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. You want to know what I did? Here's what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host Maya Kai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram because you're an IG and you do it just for the gram, well, just follow her at Maya on MAYA_AKAI. Man, we have a great show for you. Woo, where's this? Uh-oh. We have a great show for you today, so listen. No, not that silly. There we go. Oh, we got a great show for you, man, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, our mobile app, do me a favor, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. I'm saying it'll come up in the thread. I'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best Chicago morning sports talk show around. And that's you. All right, so keep it coming, baby. We want them all. Questions, comments, smart ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. All right. Like The Rock said, don't sing it, baby. Just bring it. And oh my goodness gracious, great balls of fire. This is jumping. The chat is jumping. Let's see what we got in there this morning. Cornelius Squalls in the house. What up, Papa? That's what I'm talking about. All the sports owners in the house. Levette Lead. Yeah, baby. Julian Jumping Perez, speaker at House Music. That's what I'm talking about, baby. House Music Monday. It is in full effect. Be smooth. Brian, what's up, Papa? Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. Jay Grizz up in this joint. What's up, Papa? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Oh, man. My man, Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. That's my man, Junior, in the house. Junior, I still didn't read that whole text message yet. Sorry. That's an inside joke. I'll get to it today. I promise. I promise. Mr. Shode is in the house. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Lavette Lee's in this mother. Did I say hello to you already? If I did, well, you get twice the love. No big deal. Good morning, Lavette Lee. I love it. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. AC Adam in this mother Hubbard. Hell yes. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, AC Adam, for joining in. I appreciate it. Michelle Walls in the house. Hello. Said hello on a House Music Monday morning, sports owners. You damn right, baby. House Music Monday. I'm fired up. I am fired up. Patty, Lara in the house. Good morning, Ma. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you, Betty Mosh. Cornelius. Everyone's exchanging pleasantries in the chat. Very, very nice. My man, Luis Mejia in the house. Good morning, Papa. Rise and grind, baby. You know it. James Ford in the crib. He's in the house. That's what I'm talking about, man. Just look at this. Everybody showing each other love, and that's what we need. Oh, man. So Jeremiah's watching. So let me say hi to Jeremiah and Armandito. Dito and Jeremiah, good morning. I know Dito won't be able to see this till he gets home from school, but nonetheless, he'll see it later. Good morning, Jeremiah. Good morning, Dito. And good morning, Monica. Okay, she may be watching as well. If not, she'll be watching it later as well. Whoo! So 10 o'clock, man, we got a good show. We got a lot to talk about. Not a lot of White Sox to talk about because there's not a lot to talk about. Cubs, we have to talk. We got Bulls, we got to talk. We have Blackhawks, we have to talk. We have Bears, we have to talk. And we have WNBA draft, which is tonight. And you know what? I'm kind of excited about it. I am. Oh, look at this. That's one of my better. That's a good cup of tea right there. Whew. I like it. Cornelius. Nothing like a Leonidas free chat. Oh, man. So 10 o'clock, Jason Palmer is going to join us. He's from What's Up Cuz here on Sports Zone Chicago, and he covers the WNBA. And we're going to talk to him about the WNBA draft. All right, the WNBA draft is tonight. Man, oh, man, oh, man. There's just a lot of speculation going on. There's a move made by the girls yesterday. So, yeah. The trade, not by the girls, by the general manager, the Sky had made a trade yesterday, swapping picks with the Minnesota Lynx. So they were number 7. The Sky was number 8. The Sky now take over the number 7 slot, while the Minnesota Lynx have number 8. A couple players went back and forth, and some potentials in future drafts. But yeah, they're getting closer. They're narrowing the spot. It looks like they're going to try and get those 2 superstars. But there's a couple of quality players. No, not a couple. There's quite a few quality players entering the draft this year. So, but I think they have their eyes on maybe on 3. So trying to get 2 of the 3 that they have their eyes on. So we're going to talk with Jason Palmer at 10 o'clock about that. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Man, sometimes you just need, a good cup of coffee or tea. I don't do tea. I don't do coffee. I know people look at me like, "What? You don't do coffee?" Like, nope. I've never been a coffee person. I, so tea is my thing. Love me some tea. Um, love me some tea. Just leave it at that. Just leave it at that. So, man, I'm excited for today's show because of all the things we're going to be talking about today. Man, let's get to it. So, let's see who else. What's going on in the chat? Oh, okay. There's more pleasantries. That's right. You just you just start drinking coffee till you're 47. What? Uh-uh. Well, I definitely passed that, and I'm not even thinking about coffee. So it's not happening to me. But anyway, guys, listen, check it out. You know how we do the first segment of every show. It's called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Let's see, which way do we go? Which way do we go? The first top of the morning topic. Did anybody win yesterday? Oh, not them. Oh, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. The Bulls. We'll start off with the Bullies. All right, the Bulls. Yeah, not too nice. All right, the Bulls with a 120-119 loss in the world's most famous arena at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Okay. Could have dropped the Knicks to the number 3 seed had they won, but they're not. So the number 2 seed. They fall, as I said, 120-119. DeMar DeRozan had 30 points, 5 boards, 5 assists. Nikola Vucevic, the walking double-double. He had 29 points, 11 rebounds. Kobe White, 26 points. Alex Caruso contributed 15 points, 8 assists. He was 3 for 5 from beyond the arc. So it's one of those interesting games. One of those interesting games where do you sit guys because they've already clinched the 9th seed, the 9th slot, well, we'll do that. The next top of the morning topic. The Bulls clinched the 9th seed. Perfect. The Bulls clinched the 9th seed and will host the Atlanta Hawks in a play-in game on Wednesday at the United Center. Tip-off is at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. You can catch that game on ESPN, or you can listen to it on their flagship station, 670 a.m. So should they have rested them? Should they not have rested them? What's the deal? What are your thoughts? I say don't rest them. Because Sunday, you got 2 days off before game day, 2.5 days off. Come on now. I like the intensity of the final weekend, the last few games of the year going into the playoffs. I do. I want them to be ready. Don't give me this. Stop giving me this tired bullshit. All right. They're not tired. Okay. Yeah. They've gone through a long season. You got 3 days off, 2.5 days off. All right. Don't give me this nonsense. It's amazing how we coddle these athletes. All right. You got to play. You got to play, period. End of story. All right. The technology for recovery science is at the highest that it's ever been. So from cold baths to massages to stretching, okay, to electric stimulation, all these things help you recover. So they should play. They should have played, I should say, which they did. And you got the next 2 days off, Monday and Tuesday. Believe me, you can recover, and it's a 1-game playoff. All right, the winner, I shouldn't say the 1 game. The winner of this plays the loser of the 7 and 8 team. And if the loser of that wins, they're number 8. And if okay, let me hear. It's 7 and 8. 7 are playing 8. 7 is hosting 8. 9 is hosting 10. So if 7 wins, number 7 wins, they move on. Or they're at whoever wins that game, they're number 7. Okay? Whoever wins the 9-10 game has to play the loser of the 7-8 game. And then that winner advances. So the Bulls have to win 2 times to get into the postseason. This is the play-in. I shouldn't say to get to the playoffs, because this is definitely the postseason. The season's over. The regular season's over, and you're playing postseason. So the playoffs, that's what they're trying to get into, the rounds of the playoffs, which, I mean, technically they're in, but they just want to make it difficult. Okay? Why? I don't know. You know, they just want more money, the NBA. That's it. Come on. They want more money, and the fans want more games. Okay, good. Oh, let's go to the next top of the morning topic. Oh, another downer. The White Sox. Oh, goodness. The White Sox get swept by the Cincinnati Reds at home after 11-4 loss yesterday over on the south side. Soraka, he started the game. He got the no decision. He went 4 2/3, 5 hits, 5 earned runs, 6 walks, 4 punch-outs. Fletcher, he was 2 for 4 with an RBI. Gavin Sheets was 1 for 4 with an RBI, his 8th. And Andrew Benintendi went 1 for 5, driving in his 2nd run of the season. Just some more of the same old for the White Sox. Next top of the morning topic. Speaking of the White Sox, they host the Royals tonight at Sox Park on 35th and Shields. First pitch is at 6:40 Central Time, local time. You can catch that game on NBC Sports Chicago, or listen to it on their flagship station, AM 1000. Seth Lugo gets the nod for the Royals. He's 2-0 with a 1.45 ERA, going up against Nick Nastrini, who's making his major league debut for the Southsiders. Pretty big moment for him. I'm sure he's going to be a little fired up. Okay. I wonder if he's going to have his family, friends in the stands. But it's always a good, you make your major league debut, and a lot of times you'll be able to have, many times people have their parents with them, and I think that's pretty cool. Or parents or siblings or family, maybe mom, dad, brother, sister, whatever. That would be so cool if that's the case. It'd be cool if he locked them down, but hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh man, we got more people checking in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. I like it. I like it a lot. I see Jake Grizz, Levette. Oh, snap. Yo, King Booker World checking in. What's up, baby? Thank you for tuning in. Yes, Evie, bear down. Davis in the house. Good morning, Mama. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Man, the usual suspects are checking in. I like it a lot. Levette Lee, stop with this. Stop with that nonsense. Cornelius, you too. You got to stop with that nonsense. Oh my goodness. Let's check it out. The next top of the morning topic, the Cubs. The Cubs. Yeah. There we go. The Cubs beat the Seattle Mariners 3-2 yesterday. Assad got the start. Assad got the win. His 2nd of the season. He's 2-0. He went 5 2/3, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, walk, 6 punch outs. Albert Alzolay, he came in to lock it down, getting his 3rd save of the year. He pitched the 9th, gave up a hit, no walks, 2 punch outs. Michael Busch continued his onslaught. He's 2 for 4. He was 2 for 4 yesterday with a home run, his 5th of the season, driving in his 10th and 11th runs of the year. Mr. Outcast himself, Heiya Suzuki, he was 2 for 4 with a double, his 4th. And Dansby Swanson, who was 1 for 4 with a double, his 2nd. So the Cubs, they travel they're in They're in Seattle. And the next top of the morning topic is this: that the Cubs travel to Arizona to face the Diamondbacks. All right, they continue their West Coast road trip. They travel to face the D-backs tonight. Actually, first pitch is at 6:40 p.m. Central Time. You can catch that game on the Marquee Network or listen to it on their flagship 670 AM. Ben Brown's on a bump for the Cubs. He's 0-0 with a 6.10 ERA. Merrill Kelly is on a bump for the D-backs. He's 2-0 with a 2.29 ERA. Stop the Steve. That's good. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious, Steve-O. That is hilarious. Did I not do that? What was I thinking? And the Blackhawks, was this yesterday? Fall to the Carolina Hurricanes this Saturday. Saturday, Steve-O? Or yesterday's game?
I believe that's Saturday,
Oh,
but it's
okay.
the last game they played. Sorry.
Okay, no, just as long as I know. So like, I don't know if they played. Yeah. Oh, April 14th. No, it was yesterday. Holy sheesh. It was yesterday. Well, the Hawks lose to the Carolina Hurricanes 4-2. That's a great one. Mrazek stopped 31 of 33 shots. Okay. Athanasiou scored his second goal of the season. Frank Nazar, just brought up. He was just signed up as a kid at the University of Michigan. Just signed his contract on Friday, I want to say, to finish up the rest of the stretch of the season. He gets in his first game of the year and right away at the halfway point of the first period. Not just his first goal of the season, assisted by Seth Jones. Athanasiou, he was assisted by Reichel, his 11th, and Donato, his 17th. Unfortunately, Carolina was able to light the lamp 4 times. So the end of the season is near. All right. 18,742 were in attendance at the United Center. And the end of the season is near. This week, I think it's Tuesday, and then Thursday are the last games for the Blackhawks. They're at Vegas tomorrow. It's at 9 p.m. You can catch that on ESPN Plus or Hulu. And then Thursdays are last game of the year. They're at LA. They're in the City of Angels, taking on the Kings. That game starts at 9:30 local time, 9:30 Central Time. You can be seen on NBC Sports Chicago. And then the madness will be over. Oh my gosh. It will be done. It's been a very, very long, trying season for the Blackhawks. Yeah, to say the least. To say the least. These late night games kick my ass. Well, I have a good thing. Don't even watch the Cubs. Still do it. Why bother? Were you stretching, Cornelius? Your sciatica went away, so I'm going to join these walks for as long as I can. As long as you're stretching, that'll help. Big time. Big time. I'm telling you. Here, you know what will help, Evie? Go to a chiropractor. You said you're 1.5 inches off in your hips. Yeah. Go to a chiropractor. They'll adjust you, and that'll help out a lot for you. The doctors, they just want to give you meds. They just want to treat you. They don't want to cure you. So go to a chiropractor. That'll help out big time. All right. I got you. Don't even trip. I got you. So you said why is it hard for me to follow the Hawks and the Bulls? Yeah. Why is it hard? Because they're both not good. And although one team, the Blackhawks, are most likely going to get it turned around sooner than the Bulls, they're still not good and it's still tough to watch. You have to watch with a positive mind frame saying, okay, they're in the beginning of a rebuild. They just got the next generational talent in Connor Bedard. He showed out big time this season in his rookie year. And you have to see, and they just got the new the youngster, Frank Nazar. All right, Frank Nazar, and he's going to be, he lit the lamp yesterday in his first NHL game. So they're going to be adding pieces. Cairo and done ablation, also trigger point therapy, you name it. I've done it all. And then you keep stretching. Then you got to keep stretching. I don't know how bad it is. Let's see. Cornelius says, I think it's a combination of arthritis medication and focusing on proper body mechanics to put less stress on my lower back. Okay. Well, I hope you guys feel better. Okay. I hope you guys, this is the, oh yeah, damn, dude. I guess this is a long text. Yeah. Well, Junior, I hope you feel better, bro. My thoughts and prayers definitely go out to you. Well, listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. All right. On the other side of the break, all right, we're going to talk about what's coming on today. All right. We're talking what's coming on today. Coming up, what's happening today in sports. Some more. Just sports talk. I'm excited. So do me a favor. Don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms. On Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel, you can find us at Sports Zone Chicago. And on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Ryan Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face. Ugly.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left, and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down, because the number one rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Yeah, hello. I'm really not sure if this is what you all do, but I really don't have anywhere else to turn.
Hi. I don't even know why I'm calling right now. I'm sorry. My thoughts are going a mile a minute.
My kids are out of state. My buddies from the army are all gone now. I'm really alone.
I left the service last year. My mom just passed away a few months ago. I miss so much time with her. I keep getting calls about the bills, and I'm trying to get a job, but I feel so stuck.
Okay, ma'am. I'm glad you called.
Okay, sir. Let's stay on the line and walk through some things.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators. A passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds. Help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Every day we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
Seiya homered last night. He's hitting 300 on the trip, 6 for 20. Seiya swings, line drive, base hit in left center field. This is going to roll all the way to the track. Suzuki on his way to second base, gets there standing up. Bellinger at the plate. Castillo looks at second.
Little dribbler up along first. That's going to be a tough play, and they throw the ball away. And rounding third alertly and scoring is Seiya Suzuki.
Going up red-hot Michael Busch. He singled in the second.
Busch drives one in the air, deep right center. Back goes Haniger. It's got a chance. Gone.
Run is on base for Seattle with 2 down in the bottom of the ninth. Throw to first.
Going towards second base, and this tag, I think they got him. I think the game is over. This is going to end the ball game. Run.
Cubs win.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those comes courtesy of the Marquee Network. Cubs. I got a lot of Cub fans. Oh, this is crazy. Oh man, look at you guys. Well, I hope you guys got a whole bunch of health situations in the chat, but I hope you guys are feeling good. I hope you're feeling better. I hope you get better soon. Well wishes, man. Thoughts and prayers to you guys. That sucks when you get old. I know. I feel it every day. I feel it on a regular basis as well. And that kind of sucks a lot. It sucks. It really, really, really does. So the next top of the morning topic, listen to this. Oh, hold on. We'll do this one. Tiger Woods. Yeah, my man Tiger had a rough time at Augusta. On Saturday after he made the cut, I think he had triple bogey, and he finished with a plus 16. That is his worst finish ever in a 72-hole event. Wow. Yeah, it was definitely not his best. And a triple bogey, I forgot what hole, and really did him in. Yeah, that was tough. I think it's getting pretty close to the time where he's going to have to hit the seniors tour. So, unfortunately for Tiger, he's gone through a lot. The back issues, I think, were the biggest issue, and I think closely followed behind his personal issues, personal life. And don't get me wrong, he brought the personal stuff on himself. Okay, but you still never like to see a guy who was at the top for so long fall so drastically, so quickly. Yeah. So yeah, that hurts. That hurts. Just watching, just see him as a shell of his former self. Yeah. Wow. Well, this top of the morning topic, this last one is quite interesting. The O.J. Simpson estate. The O.J. Simpson, if you recall, O.J. Simpson passed away last week. And the O.J. Simpson estate, the lawyers and everything, they're going to fight payments to the Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman families. Okay, this is per an article on ESPN from the Associated Press, and it says that the executive O.J. Simpson's estate said he'll work to prevent a payout of $33.5 million judgment awarded by a California civil jury nearly 3 decades ago in a wrongful death lawsuit filed by the families of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman. So it said that, let's see. So he's going to try and pay, and he hasn't made payments to these two families. Okay. And it's tough. It said the Simpsons will was filed Friday in Clark County, Nevada, and his lawyer, Malcolm Laverne, is the executor. Okay. And it shows that Simpson's property was placed into a trust created this year. It said, this is how crazy it gets. The estate has not, the entirety of the estate hasn't been tallied, but under Nevada law, the estate must go through the courts if its assets exceed $20,000. And it says Smith died Wednesday without having paid the lion's share of the civil judgment that was awarded in 97 after the jurors found him liable. So with his assets set to go in the court probate process, the Goldman and Brown family could be in line to get a piece of whatever is left behind. The attorney says that he's been representing OJ since 09. Laverne said he specifically didn't want the Goldman family seeing any money from the Simpson estate. And he told the Review Journal, quote unquote, "It's my hope that the Goldmans get zero, nothing. Them specifically, and I will do everything in my capacity as the executor or personal representative to try and ensure that they get nothing," unquote. Wow. So, wow. This still goes on. You know, and you know, I'm not making light of anything. Okay? 2 people are dead. All right, 2 people are dead. They found a criminal case. He was tried and exonerated. He was found not guilty by a jury of his peers. But what a wonderful country. You can still lose in a criminal case and still go to civil court. And they did. They went to civil court and they found him guilty, and he had paying $33.5 million to the 2 families. Well, he said he hasn't paid the lion's share of that to them. Are they going to see it? Probably not. Especially if you listen to their lawyer, said he's going to do everything to make sure that the Goldman family doesn't receive anything. Nicole Brown, maybe it intimates he's willing to give Nicole Brown's family something. Okay. Wow. Evie just did probate as I was executive tricks for my dad's estate that I had prior knowledge being a senior paralegal. It's a lot. I mean, you may have to talk, Evie. Real talk. Keep it real. We don't have to talk. So, yeah, it's sad. That whole thing is sad. I know I was making light of the procession. But I've never made light of the fact that 2 people are dead. Okay, never made light of that fact, nor would I. You know, I just think that it's just sad all along. You know, yeah, AC, they get nothing. Well, he's talking about the Goldman family. Yes. Yeah. I don't know. It's gruesome. You know, it's gruesome. You know, you saw the tons of blood, all that other. I mean, it's just unfortunate. So these families have gone through a lot. These families have, you know, waited for years for money from this, for the death of their loved. And according to this, the Goldman family looks like they're still going to be waiting. Still going to be waiting. And they may wait. They may, you know what? They may want to stop waiting. But that's what they may want to do. Stop waiting. And I don't think they're going to stop. But if this lawyer has anything to do with it, man, he's going to make sure that they get nothing. And that's a shame. And I wonder how his kids, you know. So that was back when, man, 97. So how old are his kids now? That's the question. How old are OJ's kids now? I got to find out because that's how old are OJ? So, wow. Okay. Oh, so then, see, because I keep thinking that they're young because we saw them but that happened a long time ago. So his oldest, Arnell Simpson, she's 55. Jason Simpson is 53. And the ones that we had seen 20 something years ago, Justin is 35 and Sydney is 38. Wow. Wow. 38 and 35. Whew. And I wonder how they feel. I wonder how they feel. Yeah. Evie, you're right. Mid 30s. If the Browns get any money, Nicole and OJ's kids would still benefit. What a lot of athletes, or I shouldn't just say athletes, a lot of rich people do, and I found this out. If they have money, they're able to hide money from things, like whether it's in a trust or other vehicles. Because OJ was still playing golf. Still playing golf. And he's got to have some money put aside for them. I would love to see OJ's kids now. I'd love to see an interview with them. I don't think it'll happen. And I want it for my own selfish reasons. Like I think they're kind of. I don't think they want to talk about this. I think they're done. All right, their mom was murdered. Their dad just passed away. I think they'd rather just stay out of the limelight and be. And hopefully OJ has really done a good job of setting them up for, life without him. Hopefully they have tons of money. And if not, then you know what? You got to get a job like everybody else. I mean, let's call it a buck. Let's keep it real. Let's call a spade a spade. All right, go get a job like everybody else. Go find a career. Go do something. All right, just because your dad was OJ, doesn't mean that you should have. Yeah, I agree. I agree, AC. The kids are purposely remember, and they should. They should. Cornelius, yeah, I can't either, man. I can't either. You're 10. When did it happen? 96 or 94? When did the OJ thing happen? Did it the OJ? Yes, it's over 30 years ago. Or about 30 years. Okay. So 8 and 5, 9 and 6, 10 and 7, you know what I mean? Kids. And how much therapy have they gone through? Because they need therapy. How jacked up? How angry are they? Both of them, the boys, Was it 94? Wow. Yeah. Well, just my thoughts and prayers go to the family, go to the kids. And I know they're not kids anymore. They're 38 and 35. But his children. And the other two also. It's just because they weren't Nicole Brown's kids doesn't mean that it didn't take a toll on them seeing their dad go through this court case that was about 9 months long, being paraded, okay, through the up and I mean the news, every single news outlet led with that damn near every day. Seeing your dad on TV. All right, everyone call him a murderer. I'm sure all your friends, not your, but tons of people that you know in the neighborhood, in your circle, in your extended circle, you know, people you knew were saying, you know, oh, your dad's a murderer. Your dad's how do you? They had a lot to deal with. So I get why they stayed undercover. I mean, on under the radar. I get it. But I still think now that still give them a chance to grieve. The older ones as well. You know, 58 and 55. Okay, because it's still their dad. Regardless of what you think, regardless if you agree with the acquittal or not, he was acquitted. He was acquitted. So you don't have to like it. The justice system did its they went through it. They rendered their verdict. Yeah, that's right. The Knicks Houston game was interrupted by the Bronco chase. So that was 94. Because Michael was out. That's when the Knicks was the finals. Right, so 94. So it was 94. Man. So thoughts and prayers go out to the Simpson family, his lawyer. Man. Oh, okay. Okay. I ain't mad at you, Papa. Had to get some work done real quick, but I'm back better than ever. There you go, baby. Look at this. Everyone's doing good stuff. I love it. I love it. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So I am excited. All right. We have the WNBA draft coming up, and my guy Jason Palmer is going to join me at the top of the hour in a few minutes. He's going to join us, and we're going to talk the monumental upswing in interest in the WNBA has been amazing to witness. Okay. It's been amazing to witness. Caitlin Clark, what she's done. Angel Reese, what she's done. Dawn Staley, what she's done. And not just those. Those are the bigger names. There's a lot of other names that you definitely need to make sure that you are aware of. Rakia Jackson, the out of Tennessee. I don't know if Bucher's did she commit? Paige Bucher's a young lady out of, or she only a sophomore? No, I don't know. I didn't hear of that, but I'll double check. Yeah. But anyway, let's not forget Caitlin Clark was on Saturday Night Live. That was actually really funny. That was actually really, really, really funny. Well, they're definitely getting their due. They're definitely not getting paid like the men, Evie. But their money should start to increase. Because the average salary was like 75 grand. Let's start simple. Get to 100 grand per person, per player. All right, 100 grand per player. Let's get there. And then move from there. They'll never make the money men do because of their inability to the high flying oh, no page. The high flying the athleticism that the men have, the dunks, the things of that nature, the blocks, okay. But it doesn't mean they can't make a good living. Doesn't mean they can't make, $200,000, $300,000. Doesn't mean that at all. So, yeah. Do me a favor, hit the like button, peoples. Do me a favor, hit the like button. Yeah. Oh man, Rakia Jackson. She's another one. She's a wing. She's nicey. She's nice. So we're going to talk to Jason Palmer on the other side at the top of the hour. We're going to talk to him about who he thinks they should go after. I definitely think they should go after Cardoso with number 3, because now you got a big girl, 6'7". Okay, runs up and down the court. She's a little slow-footed. Is that the kind of center you want? Would you get Rakia Jackson there, and then maybe Black Barbie at 9 or 8 or 7? Excuse me, they just swapped 8 to 7. So you got 3 and 7, or do you take the 2 big girls? You take Cardoso and Angel Reese. Oh no, we're going to talk to Jason on the other side. So listen, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll we'll talk with him. So let's get it cracking. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Yeah, hello. I'm really not sure if this is what you all do, but I really don't have anywhere else to turn.
Hi. I don't even know why I'm calling right now. I'm sorry. My thoughts are going a mile a minute.
My kids are out of state. My buddies from the Army are all gone now. I'm really alone.
I left the service last year. My mom just passed away a few months ago. I miss so much time with her. I keep getting calls about the bills, and I'm trying to get a job, but I feel so stuck.
Okay, ma'am. I'm glad you called.
Okay, sir. Let's stay on the line and walk through some things.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators. A passion to change lives. Spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds. Help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Every day we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
Coleman in LSU. Catch by Angel Reese. Strong move up the 2.
And a steal by Reese. Angel Reese all the way in for 2.
Zone, but also so Iowa can rebound and box out better.
Clark dumps it. Henniger gets denied. A full-fisted rejection from Angel Reese.
Carolina. Holmes with the unenviable task of trying to stop Cardozo.
Here's Johnson dishing out. Cardoso from 17. Gardner on the other end. Thank you, Lisa.
South Carolina can get some open looks here because doubles are coming against the zone, or just keep feeding the beast inside. Camila Cardoso.
Whew. Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of ESPN. Those are the 2 girls that the Chicago Sky may be targeting. I like it. I like it. I think it's going to do wonders. I think it's going to do wonders for the Chicago Sky franchise. There's a lot of other things that they need to get in, they need to take care of, but hey, I am okay. My mistake. No, I didn't. Oh. All right. Here's what we'll do. There seemed to be an issue for Jason. Yeah, I don't know why. What happened? Why he was? I don't know. I don't know why that's happening. But it's happened before, so. Sorry about that, folks. Some Homer. There you go. Resent. So yeah, he's. All right, there we go. He should be ready. He should be back with us in. He should be back with us. He should be with us in a second. I think I may have sent him the wrong link. So the Sky have the 3rd and the 7th overall pick. Okay, they had the 8th, but yesterday. Okay. Here. Sky made a trade with Minnesota. All right, the Sky gets the number 7th pick. Okay, Minnesota's 7th pick plus center Nikina Milic. So that could be indicative of maybe they're not going to go after, all right, Camila Cardoso if they just got a center. Okay, I don't know. But they got the number 7 pick, so they have the number 3 pick and number 7 pick. So I don't know. We're going to talk to my guy, and I'm excited to talk to him because I want to know, because I would like those 2. I like these 2 youngsters. I'm not familiar with Nikina Milic. We'll see what kind of game she has. Or maybe you do. But then what do you do with the 7th pick? I don't know. We're going to find out. Let's bring him in. He's our guy. He's here on the network on Sports Zone Chicago. He's one of the co-hosts of What's Up, Cuz. He's referee extraordinaire. He referees 72 high school sports. And he's in the middle of 36 of those seasons right now. So, and you can find him on Twitter at JCoyden, JAYCOYDEN. Guys, let's welcome back to Shawn and Maya, our guy, Jason Palmer. Jason, what's up, Papa? How are you?
Woo, what's up, Shawn? How you doing? I'm wearing my Chicago Sky Blue today. It is draft day. I am excited, and I need to be excited because the White Sox suck. The Bulls are terrible and will be eliminated in the first round, and the Blackhawks season is in. And so, yeah, the Sky, let's go.
Yeah, huh? Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited, Jay. I'm real excited because just a season and a half ago. No, because James he quit this year, didn't he?
He quit last year. He quit
Oh,
last
okay.
year.
So a
Yep.
season and a half.
Yeah.
In middle of the season to take an NBA gig, which you know how I feel about that. I was livid. I thought you just abandon your team. And
Yeah.
he could have waited because the season end could have waited, but he's like, no, I'm out.
Right.
So starting five are gone. There's just a whole bunch of nonsense. It really sucked in my opinion. And so they had a rough season. So now they're in a position where they have the number 3 spot. They made a trade yesterday with Minnesota to go from 8 to 7. They got a center. So where do you think they're going now with number 3? Because there was a lot of talk about them grabbing Carmela Cardoso from South Kakalaka, which I like. I would love that signing. She's a big body, and she's not just tall; she's a big body. And I don't mean that in a bad way. She's just a big girl. All right, she's strong. She's powerful in the post, and it's not like that's still a very viable way to win in the WNBA with strong post play, and she has strong, literally and figuratively, post play. Do you think they still go after her with the number 3 pick?
Yes, I think I think Cardoso is a lock at number 3. I think the interesting one is going to be the number 7 pick. It's funny, the Sky and the Bears draft are kind of mirroring each other if you think about it. Like we all know who the Bears are probably going to pick at 1. Okay, it's going to be Williams. Okay, but it's that next pick with the Bears where everybody's debating on what the Bears should do. Well, it's now the same thing with the Chicago Sky. And I was not expecting the trade that occurred yesterday. For them to move up just that one spot tells me there's somebody very specific they want, that they don't feel confident that person is going to be there at 8. They think that person is going to be at 7. And that is, to me, the really compelling part. All right, we all know Caitlin Clark is going 1. All right, that's a no-brainer. And the Indianapolis Fever announced that they are putting their tickets on sale at 4. The draft don't even start until 6. so now if they did something like that, draft Caitlin Clark, it would be chaos. But Clark is going number 1. We know that. I don't think Cardoso is going to go 3. I think Jackson is probably is going to go 2. I think Jackson is probably going to go 2, which means Cardoso is going to go to the Sky. I think that's what they want. Now, there's also part of me that also has, almost like you, that this is a league that is still trying to find its footing and build off of this momentum that they now have. They got to get the superstars in the big cities. Okay, so
say that again, please. People don't understand the politics that are involved in that.
Yeah, you got to get the big stars in your big markets, in your big cities. I'm sorry, that's the way it goes. If you need an example, it's how the Blackhawks got the number 1 overall pick last year. We got Connor Bedard. I don't care what the NHL tells you. The Blackhawks had like the worst percentage chance to get the number 1 pick, and they got it. And you see what's happened. All right.
Just like the Bulls and Derrick Rose.
Just like the Bulls and Derrick Rose. And the Blackhawks got the outdoor game next year. Go figure. So there's that part of sports people have to realize. So Cardoso is definitely going to the Sky. The fact that they moved up for 7 is the one that I've been focusing on all night. I've been talking with my people, other reporters who cover the Sky, and we firmly believe that they're going to get Angel Reese. If you notice, Reese, if you had asked me during the college season, I would have said it was going to be Clark and then Reese, 1 and 2. But what I did notice is that Reese's game, while it's still good, there's some elements of it that I think could take a little bit longer for it to transition into the WNBA. I also think that because Angel Reese has now become a target, and she put a target on her back by promoting herself as Bayou Barbie and some of her antics, she's become somewhat of a polarizing figure in that she sometimes can be the villain and sometimes can be the hero. Now, that makes for a great story, great storylines. It's one of the reasons why people tuned in. They want that storyline in Chicago. I don't care what they say. They want that. I mean, look who we lost in Chicago. We lost Candace. We lost Copper. We lost basically our team. This team doesn't have an identity. It doesn't have a face. Well, you're now going to bring in arguably the second most popular college player and put her in the Chicago market. And she is talented as well. And you team her up with Cardoso. And let's not forget that the Sky also have the number 1 pick in the second round, which is 13. Okay. Remember, it's not as many teams as it is in the NBA. So basically, you're getting your choice of the top 13 players coming out of college. And this is the deepest draft in the history of the WNBA. Everybody will tell you that there's more talent in this draft than there's ever been. In past drafts, you could see a person get drafted in the first round of WNBA and not make the team.
Yeah, that happened a couple years ago. Wasn't the girl from South Carolina?
Yeah, and it's because the rosters, they only have 12 on their rosters, whereas the NBA has got, I think, 15. So they've got fewer roster spots and fewer teams, which means it's a dogfight. It's a dogfight to get on the WNBA roster. They don't have that many roster spots. 12 times 12, if my math from second grade is still right, is 144. Do I still have that correct?
Yes, you do, Doctor.
Okay, so you got 144 players. This is not like the NBA. They've got over 300. You got 144 people battling to get those roster spots. That's what's going to make this so compelling and so interesting. So I think the Sky are definitely going to get Cardoso. I don't know what they're going to do with that next pick. I think the WNBA is going to make sure that it's Angel Reese. Or let's say this. I think Angel Reese will be presented as an option at 7.
Strongly presented. Strongly suggestion. Strongly suggest this.
Yes, a strong.
I love those strong suggestions.
Right. A nudge. Hey, you might want to look at this person. I think it's
again.
Again, right? Like you say, you needed more time to draft. You need an extra 3 minutes. Is that what you said? So I think the WNBA would love to see her in Chicago. Chicago would love to see Angel Reese in Chicago.
Chicago would love Angel Reese.
My God.
Man.
I would love it. I think, and I also think it would do Angel Reese a lot of good to get out of, she's a city kid. She's from Baltimore, okay? But she went and played in Louisiana, and it's a different culture down there. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Completely different. I think a lot of stuff she went through was in part because of the times that we live in, the political times we live in. There was a lot of that came her way. And think about it. She's already got all these endorsement deals out there.
1.8 mil.
You bring her to Chicago, what's that going to do?
She might double that.
Exactly. So
she might double that, Joker.
So I think getting Angel here in Chicago along with Cardoso, that gives you a serious front court, which is one of the reasons why I like the WNBA game. I think it's different than the NBA's. It's very unique. The NBA game is now really a lot of shooting. The big man, for the most part, unless you Joel Embiid, is, kind of non-existent. Well, in the WNBA, that's not the case. We see the bigs all the time. And I think you need someone who can defend against the Brittany Grinders of the world. And Cardoso's a big body. She's a big body. She's very she is a little bit slow-footed, but she is athletic, and she's tough. She's real tough. And you put her and Angel Reese together with Angel Reese's toughness. I mean, we talking about like a bad girls team that we putting together, much like the bad boys Pistons. We gonna have a really aggressive, gritty team, which Chicago would
oh my God, they would eat that up.
Oh my God, be like, yeah, we're gonna be the villains now. forget this nice person. We're gonna be the villains. So I'm really optimistic that it's gonna be Reese. We'll see what they do tonight, but they definitely have some really good opportunities here. And again, I don't want people slipping on that number 13 pick, which is the first pick of the second round, because you're talking about the top 13 players that are going to be available. Yeah, I'm interested in that. I'm definitely interested in that.
So Jason, I would love Angel Reese here to go with Cardoso. Love. who do we have getting her the ball? Because she's not bringing it up.
Dana Evans. Dana Evans is starting point guard.
Okay, and you feel comfortable with her saying, "Hey, listen, the ball's going through Cardoso, then Reese. You know what I mean? Like, because there aren't any more stars. The last star we had was Copper,
right?
And they traded her away at her request.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it going to be? So are we saying that the game's going to go, or the ball's going to go through Cardoso and then Reese, or Reese and Cardoso is going to start in the low post first, then next year?
So initially this year, I don't think they'll do that because you don't want to put that much pressure on the two rookies. But let's not also forget that the Sky also brought back Diamond DeShields. So she's back.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Delano's daughter, huh?
Yeah, they got Diamond DeShields back. She signed as a free agent. You got Isabel Harrison, who's coming off of an injury. Last year, she only played like 1 or 2 games, but she's going to be there. She'll be a veteran force. And, and they also signed Kennedy Carter, who's another guard. They've got talent, man. They got Lindsey Allen, who's another guard out there. So they got some talent, man. I think the changes that they've made, while the Copper one is still going to always hurt, if you get the number 3 pick, which is what they got for her, and then you turn that into Cardoso, okay, cool, I get it. But I think they're going to have the flexibility now to build around Cardoso and whoever they pick at 7. And you're probably going to get a quality player even at 13. You've got Diamond DeShields back. You got Dana Evans, who even last year, Dana started to break out a little bit, since Vandersloot was gone and Quigley was gone. And I think Dana is going to have a hell of a year. I think Dana will be the leader of that team. And she's going to now see herself as the veteran, and she's the point guard. So I think it's going to actually start with Dana and her decisions. I think it's going to take a while for this team to gel, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Sky can get these 3 rookies to really come in and play ball. If they made the playoffs this year as a low seed, we'll see. The problem is, like I said, and I was so happy that Diana Taurasi said it after the national championship on ESPN. And, people got to understand, these women are still professional athletes. They got egos too. They got pride too. And while I'm sure every WNBA is going to be very happy with Clark coming in and Reese and all these other rookies coming in, they still rookies. And they going to get treated like rookies. And Taurasi said, I hope they don't think they're going to come in here and do to us like they've been doing to them 19 and 20-year-olds. Because these grown women you playing with now. These are grown women who are professional athletes who know what the hell they're doing. And I think some of Angel's antics that she was able to do in college and get away with, that ain't going to fly in WNBA. You ain't going to be talking Taurasi and some of these other players. They'll put you on your ass in a heartbeat. So I'm really looking forward to seeing just the excitement around the game. I've been covering the WNBA for, almost 20 years now. I've been a credentialed media member of the Sky for the last 15. I've been waiting for women's basketball to get like the right perfect storm, so to speak, to come together to get them the publicity and the hype that they need. I think Chicago really did well when we won the championship, but we didn't continue that momentum. Maybe just the year after, and then we kind of fell off. So, I think this is really good for the sport in general.
Do you think this is the time for that? Do you see this perfect storm forming for the Chicago Sky?
I do see it as a perfect storm for them. And here's why I say it. And it's kind of like what I said with my opening. Look, we're not watching the White Sox, man. It's too brutal. Okay, no. So you've now got that entire fan base looking for something to do.
How much longer till training camp?
Right, exactly. The Bears are not playing right now. Okay. The Bulls will be out of the playoffs. The Blackhawks
get us to July. Get to late July, and then whew, we're good.
There you go.
Come on, Sky. Come on, get us there.
The Blackhawks won't even be in the playoffs. So yeah, you're talking about till the middle of July, and the season starts in May. So they're gonna be they'll have 2 months to really be kind of the talk of the town. They'll be competing with the Cubs. Okay, that's fine. And you'll be competing with Summertime Shy, but people are still going to be interested, especially if you get a big name like Cardosa and Reese. You'll start selling tickets. So I think it's the perfect storm for them if they take advantage of it and really put it out there for people to come and watch them and play, and if they perform well. So I'm looking forward to it. I think the biggest problem that the WNBA has as a whole, though, and I'll keep saying it, is that they're just playing at the wrong time. Basketball is a winter sport. I'm sorry. People don't even watch NBA summer league like that. It's just hard, especially in these northern cities when it's summertime and we now want to all go outside. It's hard to convince us to get indoors and do stuff.
Indoors.
Right.
Yes, Jay Grizz, we are skipping over the Cubs just like that. Yes, sir.
So I think eventually the WNBA is gonna have to bite the bullet and say, look, we're gonna pay y'all this amount of money. We're gonna play in the wintertime. And then that way you don't have players going overseas and coming back and all that, because I think that also kind of messes with them when some of your biggest stars are still overseas at the beginning of the season. Eventually they gotta put on their big girl panties and say, look,
yeah, but do you really want to compete? I mean, because if you can't compete with the NBA, because you're not gonna, there's just so much. I mean, there's no way they could do it.
So
you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna watch an NBA game or a WNBA game?
Well, here's the thing, though, Shawn. More people watch the women's tournament this year than they watch the men's, right? In college, the women and the men play at the same time. Okay, so they did it. Now this year, that's
the NCAA, Papa. I mean, they don't got Kevin Durant. They don't have Ja Morant. They don't have Zion. They don't have Steph. They don't have, you know what I mean? Like that, the athleticism. Because I think the game is better because it's more fundamentally sound and rooted. The women's game I'm talking about. Sure. I think it's better, but it's not more exciting. All right, it's exciting. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. It's exciting. But they're not dunking on people. They're not shooting. Like, I mean, maybe Caitlin Clark can start hitting from 3/4 court on a regular basis like Steph. Now you can start to turn the tables a little bit. But you ain't have nobody dunking on people. You ain't having nobody, jumping up, blocking stuff. Like that athleticism is what really draws, which is why they get paid the millions and millions of dollars that we complain about to them.
Absolutely true, Shawn. But there's also going to be that fan base for women's basketball that is just going to be loyal no matter what. And that's the group you got to build upon. You're not necessarily competing with the NBA, but it's funny because a lot of the NBA players, because it's their off season, you see them at the WNBA games. You see them coming out to support the women, including Curry, Durant, all those guys. They love the sport. So I think if you do it, it will eventually work. And you also have to remember that not every WNBA franchise is in an NBA city. So Connecticut, for example, okay, not in an NBA city. Las Vegas, the Aces, defending champs, don't have an NBA team. Not yet, but they don't have an NBA team. So they're in some different cities too. And that's why I think you can pull it off. And eventually they just got to make the move, Shawn. It's scary. I get it. It's like moving out your parents' house the first time. You're like, oh, Lord, I got to pay rent and insurance and all this. But you got to eventually do it to become fully independent. And I think the WNBA now, is 20 plus years of this league, 25 plus years actually. They got to, it's time. It's time. And I think now is the time to consider doing that within the next year or two, especially with these names you got coming out of college. And let's not forget, Paige didn't get in this draft at UConn. So Paige Buchers is still going to be available. Juju Watkins at USC. Okay, she's just a freshman. She's going to be coming out in a couple of years. It's a lot of top quality players in college now who are coming. That's why I'm saying this is now the time for not just the Sky, but the WNBA to take that next step. But in terms of the Sky tonight, I'm very interested to see what they do here. The draft party is taking place tonight up on the north side of Chicago. And I think that's one of the really cool things about the WNBA is that they have a lot of draft parties in these selected cities kind of all over the place. And people can be right there and cheer for the team themselves. I'm going to be at the press conference at the end of the draft with Coach Teresa Witherspoon and the general manager. So I'll be at that press conference tonight when the entire draft is over, and they will answer questions on why they've done what they've done in the draft. But here's the thing, Shawn, I'm not positive that the Sky are done dealing. I'm not positive that they're done dealing. They may even move that 13 pick. They may even move that up if they, because like I said, this is one of the deepest drafts they've ever had. So don't be surprised if they move that number 13 pick along with maybe a future draft pick in a draft down the road, or maybe someone else on the roster, and they move up and they would have 3 picks in the top 10. That's kind of what my sources are telling me to kind of watch out for, that they may not be done dealing just yet. And we all know on draft day, a lot of deals still happen. So, this could be very interesting if the Sky are able to somehow finagle their way up even more in the draft to pick some more players. But I definitely will be tuning in on this and updating it on my Twitter feed, what the Sky do tonight. But it's going to be a big night for women's basketball with this draft. And just like the ratings for the tournament games in the NCAA, I think they're going to get their highest ratings ever for the draft tonight.
I agree with you guys. We're joined by Jason Palmer. He's from What's Up Cuz, the podcast here on Sports Zone Chicago. And we're talking a little Sky basketball here on Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Yeah, I definitely think they're going to get some increased ratings, which I'm ecstatic about. I love it. And you did mention, I love where this game is going. I love the names, and I'm glad Paige didn't come in, because then and not that it would be bad for her. I think it'd just be bad for the league, because now next year, you got Paige coming out. So if she goes, if she wins a national championship, but let's be honest, the thing that really started it all off, I shouldn't say started it all off, I think that really put it in focus, it wasn't Angel Reese, it was a shit talking between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Okay. And people are like, oh, and they're like, oh, you should have been watching for from jump. They're feisty. Like, oh, really?
Yeah.
And like that whole thing. And you're like, oh man. And then you started looking at Caitlin Clark's, what she was doing. Like that was going under the radar a lot until that happened. Like, oh wow. Then people started researching her. And so even that drama was huge. That was huge for the old saying, any pub is good pub. And I think that was that was great that they had that little rivalry, which really wasn't even a rivalry. They were just shit talking like basketball players do on a basketball court. But they're like, it's girls. And then people are like, oh, it's a white girl versus a black girl. That added to the mix. And whatever helped, it helped. And I think it was so, it was perfectly timed. And I wouldn't be surprised if the WNBA had the NCAA had their hand behind it, in saying, hey, let's pit these two against each other, because now people are going to want to see. They're going to want to watch, and they're going to say, what's going to happen? Are they going to play Iowa and LSU again? And they did. And it's like a whole bunch, you know what I mean? It was a perfect storm. Don't think that them getting to being in the same bracket was by mistake. You got to remember the politics involved and what the ratings are going to be, and that's what people forget, that there's politics in every sport. Once you get to that level, there's politics. And I think they did a good job of getting that, because, now Caitlin Clark, who is definitely who's going to be the, unequivocally the number 1 pick, overall, and Angel Reese, like, I just think I think we need I don't want to say I think we need another little rivalry in women's college, where maybe somebody talks a little shit and like, oh, Stan, well, she can't handle me, because remember with who was the girl who beat her up?
Yeah, for South Carolina.
Johnson. So they talked about that, and like Raven Johnson. So they talked about that when Caitlin waved her off. And like, oh man, look, she got played. She pulled her whole card. She did this. She's not even guarding her. Look at it. She waited. And then, so what did Raven do? She went out, like, everyone's like, now the Raven revenge tour. You know what I mean? Like that, all that stuff. It got people excited. I need women's college basketball to have some of that. All right, so we can start knowing some of the other girls, right, who are mad talented. Just don't have, like, I think Camila Cardoso is super talented, but she doesn't have the personality of Angel Reese.
Right.
You know, and that's the thing. You need personalities too.
She doesn't have that personality, but she got that level, that willingness to engage like Angel Reese does. Let's not forget, Cardoso is the one who started the fight against LSU and ended up getting suspended. She got suspended the first 2 games of the tournament because she rolled up on old girl and shoved her, and the LSU coach, and that added to the fire. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody like, oh Lord, they out here brawling in the SEC championship game. So that's why I'm saying this year was just a perfect storm, Shawn, for everything to kind of come together to hype up the sport, and they gotta build off of that now. Okay, you got everybody's attention now. You got everybody's attention.
Now? Yep.
What are you going to do now? Now it's the next step. How do you maintain that attention and not just people say, "Oh, that was kind of a cool year. All right, I'm going golfing now." You see what I'm saying? You gotta keep people engaged, and that's the key here. And that's going to be a lot on the league on how they manage these situations and how they put their sport is presented to the public overall. Also, and I'll add this piece because I know we got to wrap up, but
we got time. Papa.
We also cannot forget the gambling angle in Las Vegas. Okay, because that drives a lot too. You cannot do that. The fact that people are now, betting on WNBA games, betting on women's college basketball, when you can get the sports book involved. Oh, okay. Now we talk about a whole different level. Our guy Art Brooks, who passed away a couple weeks ago, definitely want to say shout out to Art. We both knew Art, great guy. He passed away. One of the things Art always told me when I met him in Chicago State 20 years ago was that he said, until women's basketball can get Las Vegas involved, Art played the horses like crazy. He's like, until you can get them odds makers involved, your sports ain't really on that level yet. Yeah. He's like, you ain't
for real. Yeah.
You ain't for real. Like, you got to get them involved and putting odds up. He's like, then, now all of a sudden they got to really pay you attention. And I think that is now where the WNBA is. They're getting the better TV deals now. Their players are getting better endorsements. They've got players who are very likable, very controversial. You've got a whole bunch of different personalities going on here. You've got the Candace Parker, the 30 for 30 ESPN did on her last year was really good. So it's just really an exciting time right now for the sport on both the college level, and now they got to transition it to the WNBA, man, because if these women continue to just be like, I got to go to Europe to make my money, you're in trouble. And as we talk about the perfect storm, they can't play in Russia now. You see what I'm saying? So that opportunity has been taken away from them. So it's just a number of little things that are now happening that are benefiting the WNBA to be put in a position that they've never been put in before. And the key is they got to take advantage of it.
So about those comments from Taurasi and Bird,
sure.
I don't know how I thought right away, I'd stop hating. All right, stop hating. You didn't make the money that you don't have the. I know you won the titles, but you didn't get the spotlight that these girls are getting. All right, the spotlight. You didn't have the NIL deals, but I also I thought it was a little hateration going on, and I'm like, because I'm like, why wouldn't you want to embrace these are the girls who are going to get you more money if you're an WNBA player? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, you're still going to carry this bag. You're still going to buy, what I'm saying? You're still going to do some shit because rookies do. But you better embrace these girls. And Caitlin Clark, she's bringing you money. And Angel Reese, they're bringing you money. They're bringing eyes to this thing, which means your salaries aren't going to, they're going to probably jump up from 75 to 100. And that's a start.
Yeah.
The talent, the perfect storm that you talked about, the influx of talent, of the names, of the personalities that are coming into the WNBA. People are going to want to see that. So do you think that comment could have been, I don't want to say what you did was intentional for people to say, what did I just talk about? The controversy. All right. The hateration between the LSU and Iowa. Like, oh, let's see that again. So now Diana Taurasi said, reality's coming. Reality's coming. So now people are going to check in.
Yeah, I think that was a part of it, Shawn. But here's the other part that you're missing. What school did Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi go to?
Yeah, UConn.
And what school did Iowa beat?
Yep, UConn.
All right, then. There you go. There's your answer. You know, they got them college rivalries too. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of meow. There's a lot of that going on, man. That's why I love it. It ain't no different than in boxing when, you know, they hype it up at the press, you know, the pre-match press conference and everything. It's a lot of that going on. But yeah, Diana and Sue, they UConn, man. And she and Caitlin eliminated them. They ain't happy about that. Them girls, man, they all competitive. UConn and Tennessee got a rivalry.
Yeah.
You know, now South Carolina, you know, they've been the darlings the last couple of years, but now people gonna be like, all right, y'all done won 3 now. Now y'all turning into Duke. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Dawn may eventually become the enemy, and I love Dawn, but that's just where it is. And what I'm saying is all this is great for the sport, man. And I just really want them to build on it. Yeah, I think it was a little bit of haterism. Yeah, subplots. Good. That's a good thing. Grits, I agree. I just think there was some level of haterism at the same time. They ain't gonna beat them up too bad because, like you said, they about to bring you some money. So I got to, you know, you may be the golden goose for the next few years. I need to protect you, but you know, like you said, you still gonna carry these bags, rookie. And so what I expect this year in WA, I expect a bunch of smack talking. Oh my God! Everywhere Angel Reese go and Caitlin Clark go, they gonna be talking and talking. They gonna get an earful from everybody, because they've got that target on their back now, and it's just going to be beautiful. The WNBA announced that of the 46 games of the Indiana Fever, 40 are going to be on national TV. And that's just the Caitlin Clark effect, that they're now going to have 40 of the games on national TV for the Indiana Fever. And that's Caitlin's effect. And so, you know, these are really good things and a really good time for women's basketball. And just a reminder to all your viewers out there that the draft starts tonight at 6:30 p.m. It will be live on ESPN. So make sure you're tuning in at 6:30 on ESPN. They will have both rounds of the draft. The WNBA is different than all these other leagues that may have 5 or 6 rounds. You don't have that many rounds, so they're going to be able to televise them all, which is really good. You'll be able to engage. The fans will be able to engage. There'll be a lot of post-draft talk as well. You can follow me on Twitter at jcoyden, which is scrolling on the bottom of your screen. I'll be giving my analysis and some quotes from the press conference as well. At when it ends, I'll be talking to Coach Teresa Witherspoon and the general manager from the Chicago Sky. 1 second, I got a battery that's died. I need to plug in, y'all. Shawn is back. I got to plug in too. But yeah, you know, I just think it's gonna be really good, man. And oh my God, I cannot wait for this, man. And so I got to get ready to get out of here now because I'm heading down to take care of some pre-draft interviews.
From the city?
From the Sky, yeah. So I'm getting ready to bounce. I'm ready. I'm wearing my Chicago Sky blue tonight, and we will see what happens. And hopefully, I can check back in with you on Wednesday or Friday this week and give you an update on Cardosa and possibly Angel Reese. So everybody, stay tuned. Follow me tonight at Jay Coyden. I will be covering the draft, and I'll have some thoughts on my Twitter account as well.
Dude, great stuff, Papa. We'll talk soon. Thanks, Jay.
All right, no problem. Bye, man.
All righty, guy. That's Jason Palmer. Giving us some Sky coverage. Sorry, I don't know what the heck happened. I lost internet stuff and then just don't know. It said you're not connected to the internet. I'm like, how the hell am I not? All right, never mind. So yeah, but man, great stuff. I'm looking, and that's the thing, because remember, this is entertainment. This is entertainment. And you have to understand that there has to be storylines, not just the play. And I think the WNBA, the WNBA understands that. I think college basketball is understanding that now. All right, they understand it because of the fact that, if you remember, they hyped up the LSU Iowa game again. Okay, there was more hype on the LSU Iowa game than there was on the Iowa South Carolina game. And South Carolina lost to Iowa last year, ruining their perfect season. So I thought there should have been, which there wasn't. I thought there should have been more hype around the Iowa South Carolina game for the national championship game. Like, and Caitlin Clark do it again, and Dawn Staley's perfect season, this time in the national championship game. I think they should have highlighted that more, but it was tough because everyone's looking at Iowa LSU. I just think they should have. They think they should have done a better job. And unfortunately, it was in the Elite Eight, Iowa LSU game, to get to the Final Four. I think they should have. I think they should have been in the same brackets or different brackets on a collision course again. That would have been dope. Or if they face each other in the Final Four in the semis to get to the chip. There has to be storylines. There have to be. There have to be storylines because that's what gets people excited. All right. I think the South Carolina women's, and it sucks because, no, I shouldn't say it sucks. Connecticut and Tennessee were able to. Oh no, because the storyline there was Gino and Pat hated each other. So there's a storyline. But like, South Carolina is so, I don't want to say perfect, but there's no like, Dawn's got them under wraps. They're not arguing, they're not bitter, they're not bickering, they're not calling people out, they're not talking shit, they're not following people hard. They play hard. Oh, they play very hard. But that's good basketball. That's good solid defense. They play physical. But it's not towing the line. It's not bad boy-ish or bad girl-ish. You know what I mean? They play basketball the way we like to see people play basketball. Good fundamentals, physical, not a lot of, as much as they express themselves, Dawn doesn't seem to get players who would like to focus on look at me type of players. Those aren't the type of players that she brings in. They all have their own style. They all have their own personas, but it's none of them have the Angel Reese personality or look at me. The Caitlin Clark, she's just so damn good. It's look at me. Juju out of SC, she gets good players, really good players. Because I don't know if there was one true star on South Carolina's team. Not like Angel Reese, obviously not like Caitlin Clark, not like Juju, not like Paige Beckers. But even Paige had some help, and her three girls were hurt. The cavalry was hurt. It could have been a different game in that championship game. It could have been a different game if her posse was there, but they weren't. So they got to keep they got to do that. They got to keep it up. Let's take a quick break. Let's take a real quick break. All right. On the other side, we're going to wrap it up, talk a little Bears, and have more Bears talk tonight. Remember, don't forget today, 3 p.m., your boy, the SuperBack, and Nomad, our daily Bears talk. We're going on beyond today, and I'm excited. It's going to be some more Bears talk. It'll be all Bears talk for that. So make sure you tune in there. 12:15 Central, you have Lakina and Sydney McGee, Lakina McGee and Sydney Brown with Second City Sports, taking another 2-hour trip of sports. So we got a lot to cover, and then I'll replay this at 8. So the What's Up, the podcast What's Up Cuz is on a hiatus. Jason's in the middle of his refereeing season, and Lance had some extra duties put on him at work. So, or maybe I just put it on at 6. I think I'll do it. I'll put it. Let me decide. I'll decide by the end of the show, and I'll let you guys know. So, you guys, if you missed it, anyone missed it, okay. If you missed it, you can check it out. But I want you to make sure you do check it out. So I think we'll do it at 6. Yeah, we'll do it at 6. We'll do it at 6. All right, let's take a quick break. All right, don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Ryan Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face.
Anunoby against DeRozan, the former Raptor teammates. And the pass picked off by Caruso. Guess he's okay. Green on the break. Punches it home.
Excellent pass. Understand.
Knicks can get as high as number 2 in the East or fall as low as number 4. Great move inside by Kobe White, who has a strong case. Recent possessions. Vucevic tries to turn the corner, puts up a tough shot. Counted.
They haven't had an answer for him, Mark.
He's answered the challenge last time, and they barely get it in time. Caruso with the touch action. Inside, lays it home, and it's a 1-point contest.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those comes courtesy of NBC Sports. Is NBC Sports Chicago? Oh, my goodness. I can't remember. I thought it was. Oops.
Anunoby against DeRozan, the former Raptor teammates.
Damn, ESPN. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Well, sorry about that. Anyway, so I'm hearing a lot more. Everyone's talking. All right. And we're going to pick up this conversation a little later today at 3:00 on the SuperBack and Nomad's Daily Bears Talk. Yeah, we're going to do that. We'll pick it up later. What to do with this 9 pick? And I think I've made my decision on what they should do. So Ryan Poles, call me. I'll let you know. But I think they should keep it. And I think they should keep it and draft a wide receiver, depending on how the board falls. I highly doubt that all all three of your receivers will be, will be gone. All right, there's a especially if JJ McCarthy is taken. Someone jumps up to take him in that first 4. Yeah, I think then here's the only reason. I don't think we talk about the second we traded for Montez Sweat, the fourth we traded for Keenan Allen. Okay. Now you talk, well, we only have 4 picks. Well, true. After you take the quarterback to number 1, you have 3 picks. Okay. But my thought is this. The draft picks that you used in trades, you're probably not going to get a guy who's as valuable as that. You're probably not going to get a guy who, and it's possible, but you're probably not going to get a guy who's as valuable as Montez Sweat. Okay? With the second round pick. Not saying it can't happen. Of course it can. But you have a proven commodity. You don't have to wait for it. Keenan Allen, same thing. Proven commodity. You don't have to wait for it. So excuse me. So with those picks, so let's again, you're getting 4 picks, but think of the other 2. If you add those as draft picks, Keenan Allen and Montez Sweat, those are 2 pretty good draft picks. A 4th rounder for Keenan Allen. Now, if Poles can work his magic, because I think Keenan Allen has another 2 years left. Maybe this year and 2 more seasons. And truth be told, this year, next year is what I think is where his limit is going to be. Although, hell, dude just got 1,200 yards. Does it fall off abruptly? We're going to find out, because if it doesn't, if I'm the Bears, I'm saying, hey, look, we'll give you an extension. Or how about this? We're not going to get you 23 mil. Maybe we'll get you 15 mil. Because you're 34 years old, 32 years old, 34 years old. Excuse me. Keenan Allen's 31. April. So he'll be 32. So this year, next year, say, hey, listen, if you hit X amount, we'll negotiate. We'll hit. Here's what we'll do. We'll get you 1 year, 15 mil, 17 mil for next year. If you hit these benchmarks, we'll sign it right then and there. We'll negotiate it. And if you don't, we may negotiate again, but it's not going to be at this number. Which gives him motivation. So you can't ask him for 1,200 yards because, you can't ask him for 1,200 yards because you're getting another one, a receiver at number 9, most likely. You have DJ Moore on the other side. You have an upgraded running back room that you're probably going to lean on for your quarterback. You also have Cole Kmet. You also have the other tight end that just drafted. So you can't say, hey, I need 1,200 yards from you. If you get 800 yards for us, 800 yards for us, 900 yards for us, we'll redo that contract or we'll give the extension. Doesn't matter when you get it. You get it week 7 because you go ham. Then week 7, we announce it. Yeah. So looking forward to that, seeing how that plays out. But I think you should take that number 9 pick because I would hate for you to trade back and all of a sudden Romeo Dunze, because And it's tough. Because if you don't get Romeo Dunze or Malik Neighbors, but you get Brian Thomas Jr., you're pretty happy. If you get Xavier Leggett of South Carolina, you're pretty happy. You're pretty happy. So I know I said keep it, but man, Xavier Leggett's that X receiver. Man, I'm telling you, real quick. So my buddy, my tocayo, his name is Julio Sierra. DJ. So he's throwing these Sunday brunch called Sunday Bronche. So hashtag Sunday Bronche, BRONCHE, Sunday Bronche. Man, Jay Grizz, everybody else, you talk about day. We did some day drinking yesterday from 12 to 6. From 12 to 6. And let me tell you, it was, and yeah, girl, I'll house you. Girl, I'll house you. You in my hut now. Man, he was going crazy like that yesterday, man. My guy Julio, he was going nuts. That place started. It was a brunch. They had food, obviously food, mimosas, micheladas, or Bloody Marys. Micheladas like a Hispanic Mexican Bloody Mary. It's a little different. And man, he got sick with it on the 1s and 2s, man. Crazy. You're like, I'm for somebody who can protect the quarterback or sack the quarterback. Yeah, Cooney, I want that wide receiver. I want that wide receiver. Okay? I want the wide receiver because we don't know how long Keenan Allen's going to be here. All right? I think the edge rusher we can get next year. And I'll tell you what, Cornelius, if they decide to take a tackle, I can't be mad. I'll be just a little disappointed. I'll be disappointed and not at the same time. I'll be disappointed because I wanted a playmaker, but I won't be because you can't argue with getting a guy that you hope that you can put there at left tackle and leave him there for 10 years. So it's kind of weird. And the entire apartment building vibrating. Bro, well, it was just this bar. And my guy's going to do something really crazy, too, at this bar that I was at yesterday. Whew, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Wow. If he does what he said he's trying to do, wow. Wow is all I got to say. But anyway, man, 2 hours is come and gone. I want to thank my guest, Jason Palmer, for coming on, talking Chicago Sky basketball with us. All right. I want to thank you guys in the chat. You guys were lit as usual. That's just a given. Yeah. Either of those 3 positions you really can't complain about. Yeah. I can complain about the tackle because I want a sexy pick. And I can't, and that's what I tell myself, shut the hell up, Shawn. Because you know damn well you need a quarterback that's upright. And that will solidify it. Because I said, I don't think we need a left tackle because I think Braxton Jones is doing well. But if you upgrade, I'd rather just keep Braxton Jones. Let him develop. Again, an above average tackle, which I think his ceiling is, it's huge. You know how many teams would love to have an above average left tackle? I think our resources can be played somewhere else. But anyway. Hey, guys, I'll be back at 3 o'clock today. Nomad and the sports, the SuperBack talking with our daily Bears talk. Don't forget, 12:15, Sidney McGee. Lakina McGee is Sidney Brown. I always do that. Sidney Brown and Lakina McGee with Second City Sports coming at you. And then we're going to replay this at 6. So for everybody here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. I'm talking Elliot Baez, our executive producer, Clarence Counselor, our social media guy, and Maya Kai, my co-host, Adam Sensia. Guys, have a phenomenal day. It's supposed to be beautiful again today. Enjoy it. I hope you had a great weekend. But guess what? I am out. out. Sports owners, I love you. I appreciate the love and support. I'm out.